Today my guest on Berry Cravings is AJ Kearns.
Hey.
Okay, AJ, what are you making for us today?
Okay, so today we are making a Moroccan tomato and chickpea soup. Beautiful for a winter's evening or anytime really. But the thing I love about this dish is pretty much...
Just forget the beer because that's, a given.
You can have these 4 main tins of food in your cupboard all the time, and then you can just grab them out when you need a quick meal. So you need 2 tins of diced tomatoes. I like to go with the organic if you can. The lentils, brown lentils, and chickpeas. You have 1 tin of each of those. So basically 4 tins all up. I find the main ingredients in this, once you've got your herbs set up and so forth, costs around about $5 for a huge big pot of soup. Obviously, if you're going from absolute scratch, you have no herbs or anything, then you can come up with all of the bits and pieces for under $40. But in terms of your usual turnover for a meal, about $5 for the whole meal.
No worries. So what else we've got? We've got some
cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, onion and garlic, a little bit of fresh mint for serving, then some basic herbs, so ground cardamom, a little bit of cayenne pepper to sprinkle on top for serving. Again, you can live without it if you don't have it. Bit of olive oil for the cooking of the onion at the beginning, and some salt and pepper. Or just squash the bejeebers out of your lemon. Oh, and I forgot to say stock. Need some
yes,
vegetable stock.
Masal again.
Yeah.
So,
Onion.
next step.
Yep, give it a little chop. The thing with this dish is literally prep is probably like 5 minutes or something, which you can do whilst your kids are screaming at you.
Can you tell me just quickly your journey into veganism?
When I was a kid, I remember distinctly finding out that animal flesh was indeed animal flesh that was on my plate, and being incredibly disturbed by that. And I didn't want to eat meat anymore, and Mum, trying to be a good mum, kept me kind of helping me trying to eat it until I was old enough to say nah. So when I was about 12, she gave up trying to make me eat it. I was vegetarian then for the next 23 years, and I thought I was doing enough, to be honest. And it wasn't until a friend who had been very patient with me, I have to say, who was vegan, warned me about the egg industry, and he even said, he's like, are you sure you want to know this, because I know you, and once you know this, you're going to have an issue. And so I was like, no, you have to tell me now. And he told me about the egg industry and the male chicks that are killed and the hatching, that occurs and so forth, and it just really shattered my world. So I looked into it, and I really found out more about it, and then I started looking into the dairy industry and started going, what else don't I know? And looked into all these things, and I just at the end of the day had to come to the conclusion that there was absolutely no way to consume animal products and be okay with it. Be okay. My ethics that I already held, the beliefs that I already held, were not correlating with what I was finding in these animal agriculture practices and so forth. And so I did the 30-day vegan challenge, because I thought I'm going to give this a good go for 30 days, and then if I can't do it, well, I'll let myself stop. And really the first few weeks was the hardest, just reading labels, seeing what was in things, which was really eye-opening.
Yeah.
And by the end of 30 days, I was like,
easy,
I can do this,
The dairy industry, to me, is one of the worst. There's so many secrets and lies in the dairy industry. Male calves at 5 days old are taken to slaughter.
These mothers have had, these babies inside them for 9 months, just like a human baby. And then they love this baby, and they call out for it, and they cry, and they can feel it, and they feel pain. The whole industry or industries, animal agriculture industries, rely on the fact that you're going to stay ignorant. Making changes about your thinking, and then your behaviour changes.
I'm not going to go vegan because I'm going to lose all this stuff that I really love. You actually can go vegan because you're going to gain all this stuff that you never knew was around before.
It's not difficult, but you have to make an effort.
Yeah.
And then once that effort's been made,
it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's done. I'm a personal trainer and I run a gym. And you know, when I started looking into the health aspects of it too, because I was like, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it right, because I have a very high demand for my job in terms of physical output. And so, you know, I started looking into it and realized that, oh, hang on, this is actually going to benefit my health.
So what do you say to people when they ask you about your protein?
It's so frustrating. They purely just don't know. They just think animal products are the only place to get protein from. And that's really sad that people's nutritional information is that limited.
Yeah.
And so when I started looking into it and realized that, hang on, no, like all these legumes and, you know, this meal we're having today.
Full of protein.
Full of protein.
Full of protein.
Full of protein. You got some vitamin C. You got
Lentils.
some deliciousness and very nutritious. And certainly if I've had a big workout and I eat this, you feel very full, satisfied.
Right, well, let's get moving on this one.
Let's
So I'm
do
dying
this.
to eat some. So
Yeah, I
what's
think
next?
all our prep is pretty much sort of sorted.
Done. Off to the pot we go.
All right, so splash of olive oil in a pot. We want on medium heat, not too hot. Okay, and then we're going to pop in our onion and our garlic that we chopped earlier. And we're just going to saute that off for about 5 minutes.
Okay, so we have this yummy bowl of deliciousness and I can't wait to try it.
Delicious. No, you would have to do the serve.
Okay.
So usually you want either a plain soy yogurt or some form of tofutti. I usually use the sour cream as well. That's really nice, just to like a little spoonful on the top. But they were out of tofutti at Coles today.
I don't know what's going on, Coles.
Disaster.
Why are you
I don't
always
know.
out of tofutti? Can you please address that situation immediately? Thank you very much.
We've gone a little bit fruity today, but that's okay. That's fine. And we're going to pop a little bit of fresh mint, which is actually really refreshing and delicious.
Right. We just stick it on.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
you know, in there, make it look beautiful.
Beautiful.
A little bit of salt and pepper is a good thing always, but
Always.
just to taste, just to your tastes. So that's pretty straightforward. Switcher.
Yep.
Some dish.
Got it. Yep.
Okay, and it always looks a bit nice
And
too.
this is cayenne pepper.
It is, and little tiny bit. It is hot, so I would
Ooh.
do
Leave
that.
the sprinkler
yeah,
on.
I'd leave the sprinkler on.
Right.
And it's it's really just for a little bit of a.
I love spice.
It's just a zhuzh on the top.
A
and
zhuzh.
You can make it as hot as you like, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon this would actually
smell
go
it.
pretty
Beautiful.
well with some chili and stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's so flavorful anyway.
Yeah.
You don't kind of miss it. Now, I have to quickly say, if you have children, they love this. I would leave the cayenne pepper off. But put it in your blender, give it a zhuzh until it's smooth, and then you don't have all the arguments about bits and lumps and them trying to pick out bits and all that sort of thing. And they will go ask for 3 bowls of it.
So make
Delicious.
like a thick soup.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just give it a whiz up and they will eat it by the bucketful.
Awesome.
Okay.
Can we just mix this in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little zhuzh around
Shush, shush.
and then
Oh, smell that.
down the hatch. I'm spilling, but it's good.
So, can you tell me, what's it like giving birth as a man?
Oh my goodness. Well,
For those of you who don't know, AJ, he was on Australian Stories about how he gave birth as a man.
it's true. Yeah, I did do that. Yeah, it was intense experience, but really beautiful as well.
I bet.
I felt incredibly privileged, to be honest, to be able to be part of that process, which is usually for women, and it's such a sacred, beautiful thing. And it was a real blessing to have that opportunity. Incredible experience. I really enjoyed being pregnant, actually.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't-
you did me a favour because I would have to do it now.
Yeah, see, that's absolutely my pleasure. But no, I love being a dad, so, you know, I think if I was already a dad with my first child that I didn't birth, and so, but I loved always being a dad, and so the thought of being a dad again to a second child, you know, I could see the value in going through the experience. You know, it's fun, intense but fun. I think I've done my dash now. I think that once is enough for me. But
That's it.
Yep, got
Done.
2 beautiful kids.
Amen.
Job done.
And this is
Cheers.
beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you everyone for watching, and yeah, get yourself into some of this.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So this is for Nick, right? Because he's not well. So I made him a bowl. Right? And I'm gonna go serve it to him.
So cheeky.
Nick! I made you some soup. Come on, sit up. I made you some soup.
Noodles and tofu.
No. Shut up, Rufus. Okay? Enjoy.
Smells good. What'd you put in it?